Show us your setup or you're gay. Okay then. Okay, so I'm not gay. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm not gay, so I'm gonna show my PC, my gaming PC. Budget case. AMD Ryzen 7, 3.7 gigahertz. I think it's 8 cores. I forgot. 1050 Ti. I want the 380. I can't find those anywhere, so that sucks. It's okay, I guess. 1050 Ti. And 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and it's an MSI Tomahawk B450. That's the mother. Cool. I'm not gay, I swear. Another day, another PlayStation fanboy mad at Microsoft for buying Bethesda. Very cool. Now, as you can tell by this guy's background, he's an epic gamer. So his opinion is probably very valid and supported by great arguments.
Hi and welcome back, and I kind of had to process everything that happened yesterday. There was some gigantic news.
I'm fucking ashamed. This man sounds so Dutch. Can we exile this man? You know, Willem Alexander? Can we throw this man out of the country, please? I don't want to be in the same place as him.
That basically shook a lot of people, even me, and I'm like, what? Microsoft basically bought a shit ton of pretty big IPs and studios like Bethesda and ID Software, etc. IPs like Prey, Doom, Quake, Fallout, the Elder Scrolls series are now owned by Microsoft. So in theory, Microsoft could potentially make all these games exclusive to their Game Pass and PC and Xbox, and we will not see Elder Scrolls 6 on the PlayStation 5, not the new Doom on PlayStation 5.
Bro, my man said Xbox. I'm 100% sure he's Dutch. Maybe that explains why his camera is so fucking shaky. Maybe he lives in Groningen. I mean, I wouldn't say potentially. I would say it's just not coming to PlayStation. I mean, putting any of those games on PlayStation would make literally 0 sense for Microsoft to do.
Starfield that they were working on, not on PlayStation 5. I'm not saying that is the truth, because Phil Spencer said that everything that's available right now on the systems will still be available on the systems, and they're going to look at it case by case if they want to port their games to another console, another system. But Todd Howard from Bethesda said that all Bethesda games will still come out on every system available. It's really weird.
Because Todd Howard is just known for telling the truth, am I right?
16 times the detail.
No, but I would just assume, if I were you, that all Bethesda games from now on are just not coming to PlayStation. It wouldn't make any sense to put them there. Microsoft gets way more money from people that want to play those games and come to Xbox or PC, because they'll have to buy Windows or an Xbox. And they'll get just more money in general if someone buys the game on a PC or on Xbox.
But still, it kind of freaking... it annoys me, because this is exactly why rich and big companies, especially in the gaming industry, are kind of suck. It's really annoying. Like, especially like a huge company like Microsoft, where Nintendo and Sony, I guess if you want to see it in that way, they built up their reputation with talent, they built up their reputation with creativity, and I guess the love for gaming.
Yeah guys, because the reason Nintendo and Sony entered the gaming industry was not to make a lot of money, but out of love and passion for video games. Nintendo totally didn't enter the industry because they almost went bankrupt making toys and were looking for a new way to make money. That didn't happen. They just loved video games that much, even though they just existed for like 5 years at that point. Also, of all the console selling companies, Microsoft is the only one that actually doesn't financially need the gaming industry, unlike Nintendo, which is a gaming company, and Sony, for which the PlayStation is the only thing that makes money right now. So if anyone's doing this out of love and passion, which by the way none of them are, but it would be Microsoft, because they're the only one who doesn't even need to be doing this in the first place.
With developers who really love Nintendo or Sony, they want to work with them, or they want to create games for them. and then eventually, like Insomniac, Sony sort of embraces them and buy them, even though Insomniac was basically always making games for the PlayStation. But Microsoft is like, yeah, we don't have enough talent, yeah, we don't have enough teams, we don't really know what to do. You know what? Instead of building a reputation of a company making really good and a lot of incredible IPs and exclusives, just like Nintendo and Sony, we're just gonna buy everything we see. Who gives a shit? Bam! 7.5 billion for Bethesda and ZeniMax and whatever. We don't give a shit. I mean, we have hundreds of billions of dollars. We can buy everything we want. We just buy the reputation. Bam! These games are now only on Xbox.
So companies like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo are only allowed to buy smaller studios if those studios really want to only make video games for them exclusively, which is weird because who makes a fucking gaming studio and goes like, I only want to make games exclusively for PlayStation, fuck money, fuck a bigger audience, I want to make games exclusively for PlayStation for no fucking reason whatsoever. And if the company that's buying them has a good reputation. I mean, Microsoft and Xbox did have a good reputation, which they then fucked with the Xbox One. And also they kind of do have this history with Bethesda with like exclusivity on their platform and stuff. So even by your ridiculous reasons and standards, the purchase is still valid.
Screw you, Nintendo and Sony, building up your reputation for years. Who gives a shit? We just buy it.
The amount of salt here is amazing.
And it kind of makes me a little bit fearful, like, when is this gonna end? Microsoft has been buying quite a lot of companies, and up until now, they were kind of small companies. Like Obsidian is pretty good, I guess. They make really good games. And Ninja Theory was definitely sort of a backstab, in my opinion, because I loved Enslaved, I loved Heavenly Sword, and Hellblade seems to be a really good game. But nope, it's now exclusive to the Game Pass.
Yeah man, fuck Game Pass. It might be the best service that you can buy in the gaming industry at the moment, but fuck it, because it's Xbox and Microsoft. Fuck Microsoft. Sony for life, man. And then there's fucking Ninja Theory, backstabbers. They used to be exclusive to Sony, then they went multi-platform. Now they're exclusive to Microsoft. Fucking, they betrayed Sony. Like, what? Fucking, you wanna cry about it? They probably realized that as a Microsoft first-party studio, they could make way more money than that they could making exclusives for Sony. And also, since Microsoft is a bigger company with more money, they can make bigger games. So it just makes sense to do that instead of being like a second-party Sony developer.
And Xbox and PC and whatever, but buying such a huge-ass multi-platform company is really a big move, in my opinion. And then we have companies like Capcom, Square Enix. I don't know. In theory, they could buy all the companies they want, and that really makes me kind of fearful and makes me very angry because especially Nintendo has been working so hard for so many years, tens of years, to build up a reputation of a company who releases a lot of incredible good games, and now just Microsoft basically has more IPs.
Yeah, Microsoft, stop buying studios. You haven't earned the right to do that yet, apparently.
In theory, Microsoft now has more bigger IPs than even Sony. It's really freaking annoying. It really fucking annoyed the shit out of me, and it should stop. If you want to buy a small upcoming company, I can understand that. Like, I can really understand that. I can understand that Sucker Punch, Insomniac, Naughty Dog, whatever, at some point in time, Guerrilla Games, if Sony buys them, I can understand that Nintendo funds games like Bayonetta and Astral Chain because they see a market in it, they want to please their hardcore fans. I can definitely see it, but why buy such a huge-ass multi-platform company that has such big names like Fallout, Doom, and Elder Scrolls?
Because they have such big names like Fallout, Doom, and the Elder Scrolls.
And potentially limited to one system just to sort of force people to buy the Xbox Series X, because that is how I look at it.
Yeah man, because when Sony pays its software a shit ton of money to make Demon's Souls a 1-year exclusive on PlayStation 5, they're totally not forcing people who want to play that game to buy a PS5. No, like you literally just mentioned the function of exclusive games and then questioned why companies would make them. Are you dumb? You're literally, right now, what you are doing is giving us reasons as to why what you've said previously in this video is wrong.
They are trying to make me forceful buy their fucking product. And not only that, they are forcing their freaking Game Pass. That is actually a really good deal. And there are now 15 million Game Pass subscribers. This is literally the future of gaming. And to be honest, I see it become reality a lot faster than most people anticipate. Just imagine in 5 or 7 years where Game Pass subscriptions have reached 30, 40, or maybe 50 million subscribers.
So why does it matter then? You say it's an amazing product and it's the future of gaming, yet whenever you mention it, you fake gag and say it's terrible that they're forcing you to buy it, yet it's a great product and it's the future of this industry, and they're not forcing you to buy it. Like, if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to, but I don't see why you have such a big problem with having to buy this if you want to play, I don't know, Fallout or something. But you'll happily pay $500 for a PS5 and pay $60 a year for the online, right?
Do you really think Microsoft is going to make a console when they can release their Game Pass on everything, even probably televisions at that point in time? They can release it everywhere. And to be honest, other companies will do the same thing. Sony is also having a PlayStation Now. A lot of other companies are going to look at Microsoft, they're going to look at the Game Pass, and they're like, we can do that too. We can do this also. We can make money out of this. You see that with Netflix, and then Disney makes it the same thing. They're like, hey, what Netflix does, we can do that, and we have some huge ass IPs because we're Disney. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna fuck up Netflix, and we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do our own shit. And then as a consumer, you have like 200 euros in subscriptions every month because Capcom, Square Enix, Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA. I don't give a shit who else. There's so many companies out there who all want you to subscribe to their channel in hoping that 1 or 2 of their games will actually be fucking good.
I mean, yeah, why would they make consoles at that point? Makes no sense. Also, I don't think that will happen. I think that Game Pass will probably be like the main subscription service at that point, because EA is already putting all of their games on Game Pass when they come out as well. So the only company that can really rival Microsoft, I think, in this whole market of Game Pass is maybe Steam and Sony, probably. I don't think anybody really cares enough about other companies like Ubisoft to buy a subscription service like that from them. Anyway, I'm ending the video here. After this, the only thing he says is that this is probably the last console generation he will be participating in, which, you know, if you look at his wall, I fucking doubt that. But okay, you know, he says shit like, oh, this is probably the last time we'll have like physical consoles. Who really even cares? I don't really use any consoles besides my Nintendo Switch. So, yeah. Anyway, bye, I guess. See ya.